Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Pahrump Early Learning Academy, where we are more than just childcare.
Hi, I'm Monique Mitchell with KPVM Television. My children attend Pella and they love it. The curriculum they have is pretty amazing, and my children learn what they need at their level.
Not only are the children learning, they're having fun, and that's what matters.
I like Pella. They help you with your homework, and it's fun.
Give us a call today to tour our facility at 751-5335.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community. News is also brought to you by Half Price Lawyers, the only law firm in Pahrump with a low price guarantee. Located at 41 North Highway 160, Unit 11. Call 400-0000.
Tonight on News 46, a candidate for sheriff strikes out at the owner of K9 Radio. The district attorney responds to the Nancy Lord animal case, and the identity has been released concerning a fatal accident. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Friday, September 5th, 2014. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. If you listen to K9 Radio today, you may have heard the owner of the radio station, Karen Jackson, audibly upset about an accusation by sheriff's candidate Sharon Worley. On the front page of the Pahrump Valley Times newspaper today, reporter Mark Waite wrote in an interview with Sharon Worley, who accuses Karen Jackson of cheating in her role as the moderator of a debate in May by directing the questions towards Assistant Sheriff Rick Marshall, who's also a candidate, and also saying that it appears that Marshall had prior knowledge of the questions. Worley is blaming Mark Waite for misquoting her, which numerous witnesses who were there at the time has said are untrue. Sharon also contradicts herself on the radio today, saying that she was misquoted, then changing her answer to say that she just repeated what other candidates told her because she was not at the debate, one of the three that she has been unable to attend for various reasons. KPVM-TV has invited Worley to do a news interview as well as a debate. She has said that she would do the interview, but has not yet obliged. She sent some rules that she would like to have put in place if she participated in the debate. We spoke to Karen Jackson and Laura Billman this afternoon.
I really want to clarify something. There was an article today in the Pahrump Valley Times about the sheriff debates, and they had spoke to Sharon Worley, and Sharon clearly states in there, Worley charged questions posed by moderator Karen Jackson during a candidates' night at the Pahrump Nugget before the primary election in May were geared toward Marshall, who seems to have advanced knowledge of the questions. This is attacking my character. No one saw those questions prior to them being asked that night. I had the file with me, and while we were waiting for the debate to start, I even took them to the restroom with me. No one saw them, and I do not understand how Sharon can attack my character at an event that she did not even attend.
She didn't attend, did she? Who did she send?
She sent her son, which I politely allowed him, prior to the debate starting, to read a letter that she had sent to the community.
She's had some issues with attending the debates that have been set up by other entities. Do you guys know anything about that?
Oh, I know all kinds of things about that. Other entities have been setting up debates. They also set up candidate forums, meet and greets. The Marshall campaign, we accept everything we possibly can. Normally in a debate situation, we try to clarify what those rules are so that our candidate isn't just walking out blind. Rick Marshall continues to attend those events. The opponent seems to have an awful lot of excuses that we were ignoring up until she decided to send the media a letter for some reason on Friday night. So.
And you're an experienced campaign manager. Normally a debate is handled a certain way. She's kind of asking for an open forum similar to a meet and greet.
Well, it's really similar to, it's a meet and greet, candidates forum. The FEC is very clear, the Federal Elections Commission, on what a debate is. And a debate has to have at least a minimum of 2 candidates. It has to have a moderator, and both candidates debate the questions back and forth. In the opponent's case, what she seems to seek to do is choose who her questioners are, let them choose to only ask her questions. She doesn't have to rebut anything that might be said, pretty much controlling the questions that she receives and making sure she never has to answer anything that's not posed by her opponent's supporters, or maybe somebody who just wants genuine answers to an issue.
And you can see the extended version of that interview on our YouTube channel, KPVM-41. And of course, we will continue to see if we can get a response from Sharon Worley. 42-year-old Brian Ferguson has been identified as the pedestrian that was struck and killed by a vehicle in a hit-and-run accident on Leslie Street near Vondell last week at 3 o'clock in the morning. Brian Ferguson apparently has a 10-year-old son with a woman named Amy Bailey from Texas. Ferguson apparently has no other living relatives and was homeless at times, though he did have a connection with the residents in close proximity to the accident. His identification address allegedly returns to a church on Wilson Street. Police are looking into a connection and possible involvement with acquaintances that he may have known. A local woman called police that night that Brian Ferguson was killed to report that he was missing. If you have any information, you're urged to contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 751-7000. This is Deanne O'Donnell for News 46. On Monday, the U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit will hear oral arguments in the Hawaii, Idaho, and Nevada gay marriage cases. 8 couples from the Silver State will be present for the hearings. It has been 2.5 years since a Las Vegas couple were told by a federal judge that the state's ban on same-sex marriage was legal. Since then, 18 states have allowed those marriages. Nevada officials are not fighting their marriage anymore. The state's legal argument was squashed by a U.S. Supreme Court decision that says sexual orientation is protected the same as race and age. While the arguments are only expected to last at the most 2 hours, it could be weeks before a decision is made. As we head into our break, here is Jeff Simmons at the Prump Nugget.
Hello everybody, I'm Jeff Simmons here at the Prump Nugget Hotel Casino. Start off with our stage bar this weekend. We got the Drew Baker Band. Come on down, check them out. In our casino drawing, we have every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. From 7 to 9, we have a cash drawing up to $7,000, so good luck to that. And then bingo, we go with every Friday, we're having our balls on the wall pay double at the 1 and 7 o'clock session. And we got paper only, no split pots, every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. And so paper players, come and support us, maybe we'll be able to keep it up. And Kathy over her Go Town, she has her paper only every day at 11 and 11 and 1 at Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So come on down. Looking forward to seeing everybody here and enjoy the football season. Bye-bye.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Welcome back to News 46. District Attorney Brian Kunze responds to Attorney Nancy Lord's allegations that her almost 40 dogs were illegally removed from her property after becoming a neighborhood nuisance.
Well, we're just proceeding forward, as you know, that we had to go in. We got a search warrant to get the dogs because she's been causing a major problem in the neighborhood. I mean, she's admitted to having over 40 dogs on her property, which is very much in excess of what the law requires. And we've been receiving so many complaints from neighbors that these dogs are getting out. She can't keep these dogs in. They're getting off her property. They're basically running in packs. And surrounding people and other pets, and causing people to feel very uncomfortable. And so it got to the point where we had to do something. So we were able to, go in and get a search warrant. Because again, it certainly seemed clear to us that she was violating the law. So we went in and seized the dogs under a search warrant as evidence of the violations that she's committing.
So she says the dogs haven't harmed anybody, at least as far as you guys know, because you would have to get a report for that.
I think harm is kind of an interesting word. We've received over 47 complaints over the last few years of neighbors complaining about these dogs. And again, they're clearly running as packs. They are surrounding people, which is making them feel very threatened. Have these dogs bit anybody? No. But they are aggressive. They are, again, surrounding people. The people are feeling very uncomfortable. They can't even go outside in their front yard without these dogs coming in and harassing them. And it's a situation where it's not necessarily that they're vicious dogs. It's just that Miss Lord seems to believe that the ordinances that we have in place don't apply to her, and that she should be allowed to keep in excess of 40 dogs on her property, even though she can't care for them. She can't keep them in. And again, it's just a point where, we can't continue to let these violations go. And so we had to do something for to restore the peace in the neighborhood.
She has had problems keeping her fencing. She says they're digging their way out, and she also moved them to another location?
Well, the day that we got the search warrant, she was in the process of basically moving over to somebody else's property. So she was just trying to disperse them out. She was not getting rid of the dogs. She was just really basically trying to hide them.
And she wasn't spayed or neutering these animals?
None are spayed or neutered. In fact, when they went in with the search warrant, they actually found 6 very young puppies. And we had actually met with Nancy a couple of weeks previously to try to work out an arrangement because, again, she's in such gross violation that we wanted to do something because of the number of public complaints that we're getting. And it was starting to really get to the point where people were threatening violence. I mean, it was getting very, very ugly. And so we explained that to Nancy, and we told her we have to do something. And we got her to do an agreement that we were going to start with 5 dogs and kind of wean the dogs off, try to find homes. Animal control was going to work with different shelters here in Las Vegas to find suitable homes for the dogs that she would have on her property. On the day that they were starting to do this, she pulled out, which then left us really with no choice that if she is going to continue violating the law, then we have to do something.
Every 40 seconds, someone in the world takes their own life, a global tally of more than 800,000 suicides a year. The research found that suicide killed more people each year than conflicts and natural catastrophes, accounting for more than half the world's 1.5 million violent deaths annually. The report, the UN agency's first on the subject, analyzed data on suicides from 172 countries and took a decade to compile, setting a goal to cut national suicide rates by 10% by 2020. The organization said suicide was a major but preventable health problem that health authorities had failed to adequately address due to a number of complicated factors. Rhea Janae Chavez was taken into custody by Nye County Sheriff's deputies after behaving suspiciously on the job at Saddle West. While waitressing at the restaurant inside the casino, Chavez was witnessed eating food off people's plates and other behavior, including delivering a giant bowl of lemons to a customer who asked for an extra lemon wedge. She also allegedly demanded money for the bowl of lemons from the customer. Her supervisor called police after she became irate when asked to take a drug test. She admitted to police that she had taken methamphetamine and marijuana before work and was charged accordingly. When we come back from this break, we're going to tell you about a movie night tomorrow.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Nathan Adelson Hospice, proud to be the hospice of choice in Pahrump for 15 years. Please call 775-751-6700 to find out how Nathan Adelson can assist you.
Nye Communities Coalition is hosting a special movie event tomorrow afternoon.
Well, a few of the organizations in the community have decided to get together. So it's Healthcare Partners, Nathan Adelson Hospice, Integrity Home Health, and Nevada Eye and Ear. We've all come together we're going to be doing a few fundraising events around the community, but our first one is it's a movie night, September 6th at the Coalition, so at the Activity Center there at the Coalition. We're going to be showing a movie. It's for kids from kindergarten through middle school, we're inviting. So we're showing Despicable Me 2. And we're asking for a $5 donation at the door, and that will get you entry into the movie. It will get you either popcorn or candy and a beverage. And we are also asking that you bring a pillow and blankets just to get comfortable on the floor. You know, the seats aren't they're not movie theater seats, so they're not very comfortable. So bring a blanket and pillow, bring friends, and proceeds are going to the McKinney-Vento program here for homeless children.
And so, is that a new program?
No, actually, I'm not sure how old it is, but I know Linda Fitzgibbons has been working with that for several years, and I know last year the amount of children that were considered homeless I'm not sure if it's Nye County or just Pahrump, but the number was well over 300, closer to 400. So.
Can people donate to that program all the time?
Absolutely, they can. They can contact Linda Fitzgibbons. She's through the Nye County School District, and I'm sure she'd be happy to take donations. Or you can come down Saturday. If you're not interested in seeing the movie, you can certainly just drop by and donate some money if you'd like. But we're really looking forward to this event and hoping it'll raise some funds for her and the kids.
What's the number to call for more information?
You can, for reservations, we're asking for reservations. So if you want to make a reservation, call 727-2583 and just let them know how many people you're going to be bringing, and we'll have the space and the amount of food. That's more for food and drinks than anything. So.
And once again, the Nye Communities Coalition is on the corner of West and Wilson Street, and that event begins at 1 p.m. Here's Kathleen Rollins and Darby O'Donnell with today's Save a Pet named Tanner.
Save a Pet, proudly brought to you by Draft Picks, located on Highway 160 and Postal Road.
Hi, I'm Darby, here with Kathleen down at Tails End Animal Shelter off of Surrey Lane behind the Nye County Courthouse. Today we're joined with Tanner. Can you tell us a little bit about him?
I would love to. Tanner's actually a golden spaniel. He's about 3 to 4 years old. He's a wonderful boy. He walks on a leash. He's very excited. He kind of plays ball, but not quite as well as we thought he would. He is actually not neutered yet, but he was previously owned. Somebody had actually had them at their home for a while and then brought him into us, hoping to find the owners. Now, if you are the owner, please do come and claim your animal and bring in a photograph to prove that you are the previous owner. But if you do not own him, he is up for adoption as of tomorrow, and he's going to be the charge of $85. We would give him his license, his rabies vaccination, and we'd also neuter him for you. And with every adoption here at the shelter, you get a free grooming as well.
Ooh, that's awesome. Tails End Animal Shelter is open 6 days a week. You can give them a call at calling 751-7020. They're on Surrey Lane behind the Nye County Courthouse.
Thank you.
Save a Pet, proudly brought to you by Draft Picks, located on Highway 160 and Postal Road.
We want to thank Draft Picks for sponsoring that segment. And right now you can go down to Draft Picks because they're having football games down there and lots of good specials. They're on Postal and Highway 160. And definitely get down to Tails End, the animal shelter down there off of Basin Avenue. They are busting at the seams right now with lots of adoptable, cute, lovable animals. Well, let's join Angela Miles with today's First Business Brief.
This is the First Business Brief for Friday, September 5th. I'm Angela Miles. The nationwide effort by the group fighting for higher wages stopped traffic in New York, Chicago, Detroit, and several other cities on Thursday. The Fight for 15 campaign says 436 fast food workers were arrested across the nation as they protested outside of McDonald's and other restaurant chains. Fewer layoffs are coming from corporate America. Outplacement firm Challenger Gray and Christmas reports employers said in August they plan to pink slip 40,000 workers. That is down 21% from a year ago. The largest number of job cuts. The jet maker projects it will sell at least 6,000 aircraft to China by the year 2033. It could push Boeing into the top spot among jet producers. That's a First Business Brief. I'm Angela Miles.
Thanks once again, Angela. When we come back from this break, we'll have Noah with your weather.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Friday, September 5th. Today we had sunny skies with a high of 98 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is also 98 degrees. Winds were coming from the south-southwest today at 7 miles per hour with gusts up to 19 miles per hour. The UV index today was 6, which is high. Humidity was at 17%. Sunrise was at 6:18 this morning, and the record high in 1977 was 109 degrees. Tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of 71 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is 75 degrees. Winds will be coming from the southeast at 4 miles per hour with gusts up to 8 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 39%. Sunset will be at 7:06 p.m. and the record low in 1940 was 52 degrees. Tomorrow we'll have sunny skies with a high of 99 degrees and a low of 73 degrees. Winds will be coming from the south-southwest at 5 miles per hour with gusts up to 9 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 34%. Sunrise will be at 6:19 a.m. and the UV index will be 9, which is very high. For our 7-day forecast, we'll have a mostly sunny week, though we'll probably be running into a storm early next week. Your high temperatures will be starting off in the high 90s, but they'll be going down to the high 80s through our little storm, and they'll be working their way back up to the high 90s through these next 7 days. Your low temperatures will be looking at a similar pattern starting in the low 70s, going down to the mid 60s, and working their way back up to the high 60s.
Oh my gosh, it looks like it might actually rain. Every time I see that, though, I don't water, and then it turns out that I expected rain, and then my plants are all unhappy. So we'll keep an eye on that, but it does look like it, 80%, wow. All right, so we want to tell everybody tonight is the Democrats Jefferson Jackson dinner. The doors open at 6. The event begins at 7. It's all down there at the Prump Nugget. They do have pre-sale tickets that they sold, so I don't know if you can get them at the door, but if you didn't get your tickets, definitely get down to the Nugget and see if they have any left over. And Nye Communities Coalition is having that movie night tomorrow afternoon. That starts at 1 p.m. They're on the corner of West and Wilson Street. It's $5. Despicable Me is playing, and it all benefits the homeless youth here in our valley. And we would like to wish Butch Harper a belated happy birthday. If you see Butch out there, say happy birthday to him. And that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. From everyone up here, Patrick, Darby, Noah, good night.